I'm ready for more cutscene. What say you?
Does this depict the Elder tribe?
Elder comes from an ancient word, meaning only the old ones. It was an alias given by our ancestors to outsiders who visited the village in the distant past. As for our original...
So it was elders.
You know it well.
Get it?
Now.
Elda.
We were humans.
The human tribe. So Luis's words...
There is no human tribe. Tribes, as we know them today, did not exist then. We were all one people. Humankind.
A world united. But wait. The ruins on Virga Island. There's nothing left of the civilization today. Was it destroyed? Why? How?
A war. One that all but destroyed the world past. But its destruction was born of the discovery of Magla. Or as you call it today, magic.
Neat.
Do you wonder what they battled over? Without the divided tribes, what could they have disagreed on? They were racked by division. Over the abstract, undefinable idea of rightness. They tried to destroy something invisible, and destroyed only themselves. And any idea of absolute rightness is born of fear. That fear flooded the world, and gave way to war. And their age of prosperity came to be called the world before. The people we now call tribes were either born of artificial division for the sake of the war effort, or natural adaptation to survive the hellscape after.
So the UG are experiments. Humanity was torn apart by the fear and anxiety given rise to the tribes as we know them.
Unbelievable. We've met plenty of people caught up in pointless conflicts. Given the choice, I know they'd rather live in a world without tribal division. And yet the truth is, that world's already fallen apart. More than that, it's how we all got here.
Such drastic physical changes would normally have taken eons to effect. Accelerated by Magla, however, it was only a matter of a scant few centuries. You understand now, yes? We, the Elder, are the survivors of the old world. Our ancestors fled the flames of war.
So that's why the
ensuing
evolution magic or whatever was able to affect just the Elder, because he's, or just the main character, because he's still the pure human. He's no, he has no mutation. Everyone else does. That means the prince that is to say, I am the scion of both the old world and the new.
It beggars belief. Tis nothing short of astounding. But then, why do we know these monsters as humans?
By the war's end, both sides were consumed by fear. Their magical assaults escalated with each retaliation, until it was beyond all control. Our world became a hell. Rampant Magla distorts the body and mind. By now, I'm sure you know that better than you ever wished to. Humans are what remains of that branch of humankind that succumbed to melancholia. Broken, horrifying testaments to their own mistakes in the war of magic. Some persist, breed, and multiply as any beast does. Others live centuries of agony before their lives burn out. Even we do not know the full scope of their nature. Regardless, when the 8 tribes settled in this land, our claim to the human legacy was forgotten. To the people, the name only meant slavering, insane monsters. Therefore, we took on an
makes
alias
sense.
Instead. The same one by which we are known today. The Elder.
So, the old world couldn't control its magic, and... Wait. How does the Sanctus Church fit in? All this revisionist history to spread their magic igniters.
Indeed, what are magic igniters to you? Tools for the church to shackle the people, perhaps? Or weapons that hide magic's true potential? Am I close to the mark? In truth, it's the opposite. Igniters are tools made to limit magic. Restraints made in self-discipline, meant to avert a repeat of history's destructive mistakes. The Sanctus Church of today is muddied by greed. But its faith was born of good intentions. They once urged self-control, and thus control of one's personal magic. At times, they preached we must close our eyes to
God,
the
can you
truth
stop talking,
when it would
please?
only lead us to ruin. By this benign tenet, history was obscured, and the Elder denounced.
I had no idea. There's a grim irony in that.
His Majesty only hid his son's ancestry to protect him. Yet in the end, that meant Forden could attack the village under any pretext he liked, his motives concealed.
With all that said, you have now reclaimed your true form. The friends that stand with you are of different tribes and ideologies, but of one mind. As you are now, you may walk the path of the rightful king. The path of a modern world, where the tribes walk as individuals, yet with mutual respect and cooperation.
The sovereign's power.
I guess I do have one
King
person of
to
every
be,
tribe, huh?
Entrusted with the will of the people. To bear their hopes is to be their rock in the storm, and to face anxiety in their names.
More cutscene. How did I get like 500 feet up?
Anxiety itself is not something to blindly reject or desperately cast away. It begins with a simple thing, acknowledging its existence. Accept thy weakness, walk forward alongside it, and thou wilt grow strong and true in its company.
There is a weakness in people. I'm sure that there are many who would say that helping anyone in need is nothing but a fantasy.
And besides,
But realistic or not, I refuse to accept Luis's methods as the alternative. The weak and those who dissent don't deserve to die out as though that's the natural order. '80s? From Final Fantasy IX? Oh. Okay. It's a Dread King. Get it? He has dreadlocks. His Majesty. Study the Prince archetype. Okay. And apparently I hate having my controller set up for this. So much. Awakened heroic
Let's do
embodiment to the Prince. Let's do this. If no one understands me right away, I accept that. There will still be meaning in showing them my convictions in the fight to
let's
come.
fight.
That is my mission.
That's it. I've made up my mind. I'm with you to the end, no matter what.
Where's this coming from?
Before we got there, this guiding voice thing told me my duties were over. But what am I gonna do? Just go, okay, bye?
Yeah.
Especially after we've come this far together? No. I'm going to face Luis with you, even if it is scary.
Even you've got to cope with anxiety, eh?
I realized something in our travels. Anxiety can lead people astray. But overcoming it makes a person stronger. There's always anxiety in the unknown. I know what it's like to be afraid of something I don't understand. That's why I think it's my duty to help people face and connect with their anxiety. Is that okay? From now on, it's not about orders. I'm with you, because I want to be.
Bum bum bum. Of course it is.
Yeah, I want you by my side until the end.
Same here. Stick close to me, okay?
Jeez.
Well, we're past the worst of it. But the problem remains. Luis's dark magic. We've seen it turn the boy into a monster. And no doubt he can do it again.
A forbidden spell, turning sane mortals into the fearsome human monsters. In other words, a destabilizing magic, turning a person's magla into a snarl beyond control. This man named Luis. He may have his own past in this ancient sanctum.
Luis has been here? What do you know of him?
What do you wish to know?
His weaknesses.
What is this forbidden spell?
The essence of magic is in the control of magla. However, just as its chaos may be calmed, it can also be deliberately pushed out of control. That was what you saw. He whipped your innate magic to a frenzy and you were lost to melancholia. Just as the humans of the ancient war once were. In every age, the cause and effect are the same. People learn fear, become slaves to their anxiety, suffer, and thus, the power of magic is born.
Pardon me. You mean to say anxiety is the source of all magic?
Magla is a substance born.
Watch out, then I'm the most magical fucking person alive.
Anxiety or fear. By certain means, it may be kindled into power. That is what we call magic. In this way, it is by virtue of the anxiety in our hearts that we gain the power to overcome it. Magic is a natural process, and anxiety is its invaluable, irreducible fuel. But in turn, those burdened with more anxiety and fear produce more and more magla from their hearts. Without the willpower to face your fear, the magla overflows. Uncontrollable by magic, it can give rise to strange and terrible happenings as it manifests, with the world embroiled in chaos. These outbursts of swollen magic may be happening all across our kingdom.
'Tis the answer to everything. The melancholia crystals, the beasts driven feral. The very land is erupting with the weight of its people's fears.
Hold on. If Luis's art is rooted in bringing out this chaos, then anyone might be next. He said he became a monster because he's elder, but that wasn't the complete story. If what you say is true...
Indeed. All people today are ultimately descendants of humankind. If Luis so chooses, he could turn anyone into a human monster. Yet as long as you have the strength
My theory on
to
that one was
confront
wrong.
your fears, even this transformation may be defied and overcome. What do you wish to know?
Who exactly is Luis?
Every time I heard of his doings in the wider world, I felt more and more sure that Luis is from this village. His knowledge of humans, his skills in magic, his grasp of darker arts, they're all beyond a mere soldier to begin with, however prodigious. As it happens, a name does occur. Among those old families who perished in the fire, there was one by the name of Caradrius, a family of
Caladrius?
doctors, I believe.
You fucking said it
In
differently.
an effort to better heal the ills of the people, they had studied spells much like the ones he now exploits. The details are long since lost to the fire. But if Luis bears our legacy, that may be the reason for his vast knowledge.
Wait. What about Luis's ambition? The vision Rella saw? Do you think he actually wants to turn everyone in the kingdom into humans?
There is no known magic strong enough to turn many people at once, and none that can be cast quickly.
Even if it was possible, I don't know what it would accomplish. But this is Luis we're talking about. Who knows what he's thinking?
But if he would turn people into humans, if in the unlikely event that happens...
If there is any motive for such cruelty, it can only be hatred. If Luis is truly from this village, then their fire would have cost him everything. Such unjust tragedy could easily beget a thirst for revenge, even if it meant wielding a magic that twisted life into something terrible, instead of uplifting it. Indeed, it seems the opposite of an archetype. A truly dark power.
Who
Yeah,
was there?
makes sense.
Someone flees!
That's him. The malformed assassin who struck at the prince. He's bound for the woods.
After him!
Malformed. He just called him funny looking. Funny looking bastard just left. He interrupted my story, damn it. Thank you. Also, I'm fairly certain it was Charadrius, is how they were saying it earlier. Now she's Caladrius. I'm sorry, what? So he named his gauntlet runner after his real name. We've had no casualties, however. We were swept aside like pebbles, unworthy of even a glance. I could do nothing but watch. I was powerless against him. There was little else we could have done. Responsible as they were for the downfall of the resistance, any move we might have made would have resulted in needless sacrifices. I believe the intruder sensed the power of the prince's awakening and came to investigate. I don't know why he would have run away, but surely he has a plan. Tread carefully, please. Okay. Our treading leads to murder.
Ready?
Yeah. More cutscene. Let's go.
Stop!
You. Zorba. So it was you behind the attack?
Indeed it was. I killed the prince, though he died all too easily. And the odd thing was...
He was down for how many
his aura
years?
felt awfully similar to yours. So I decided to bide my time a while and listen. And it's a good thing I did. There really is something stranger going on. Who are you? Are you the prince or not? Whatever your answer, I must report back to Lord Luis.
Do you have any idea what Luis is really scheming? If he becomes king, everyone in this country is doomed.
If that is what Lord Luis so desires, then I shall see it done.
It's almost impressive how blind your faith in him is.
I suppose it's just easier to follow instead of thinking for himself. He's forgotten anything he really wants.
What do you intend to do? The crown is too heavy a burden for your reedy frame. Lord Luis is the true king, who will save the worthy. And you are nothing but a powerless imposter, only fit to be sacrificed.
But my
He is
aura's
no
the same?
imposter, fiend. His Highness has finally taken his first steps on the road to victory. Here, at his journey's end, after enduring these countless hardships, he has become a true successor, a true ruler. Because he knows the people's suffering firsthand.
Well, imposter or not, it's all the same if he's a corpse. And so I shall return the prince and his dying legacy to the underworld, where they belong.
Oh, hey, that thing again.
Bastard.
It's been how
I
long?
wondered why you ran away, but it was all to lure us straight to this monstrosity.
Keep your guard up. The Melancholia is fueling his magic power.
We've come too far to be stopped by something like him. Let's put our power on full display.
Peril. Okay. Power the newly earned archetype. Prince surges forth.
Guy shows up again just when we've unlocked some new power. Kinda feels like fate by now. Okay, time for a new fight. Stay on your toes.
Is an archetype exclusive to the protagonist. You can now change it as you wish. Change it out as you wish. It can act as support for all synthesis skills. It has unique traits not found in any other archetypes, but none of its skills can be transferred.
All right, let's take it down and then get after Zorba.
Okay, I guess I'm...
Is there another way?
Let's set it up!
No, let's...
I mean, it was wanting me to do this one.
I'll cut
Sweep the
through.
legs. God Killer. Deals extreme dark damage to the enemy. High chance of one hit killing the target.
It is yours. Even I can do this.
Sure.
Come forth now.
Hey.
For all that we strive for.
Apples are almost gone. Poison shot.
As the point of a sword.
Stop it, you're weak against wind.
Better be. We'll do this together.
Inflicts all enemies with a one-time weakness to dark. Ignores resistance. Severe physical almighty damage to one enemy. Severe physical almighty damage to one enemy. Severe physical almighty damage to one enemy. Blackguard's Hammer. Deals severe dark damage to one enemy. Sure.
I'm counting on you.
I want to see it.
Darkness.
All right. I've got a new weakness.
Now weak to dark. Exactly does not have any dark abilities. I'm God Killer, I guess.
Their weakness. Every summoner. It is your turn. I destroyed it. I pray
Is everyone
that did
all right?
something.
Trickster! Pierce through them!
Sure. You didn't fall over.
I won't hold back.
Hmm.
Let's set it up.
Oh, that's both.
On your guard!
All right. I've got a new weakness.
Ninja!
Oh, wait. I haven't stolen anything. Here you go.
Hello there.
Here I go! Heed me!
Yeah. You've hit their weakness.
Oh, power of heroes! No. Trickster! I'll run you! Success!
Shot the wing off.
I see your game!
Okay.
Vitus power.
Together then. You hit their weakness.
Face
That's
me!
your opening, Captain.
Pierce!
Take my fullest power.
What are you weak against?
Not this time. They're weak to darkness. Let's blot him out.
Well, yeah, but that's temporary.
I can do this!
I guess I'll do fire.
It is your turn! Observe for all that we strive for!
Lightning?
Oh, bolts of lightning!
Let's go. The blade's edge.
Answer was a very no.
Witness our strength!
Let's do this.
Hit their weakness.
Here I go!
Nice moves, Heismay.
It. Thanks, Gallica. It sounded like you said nice boobs, Heismay.
Come forth now! I stand, let us fight as one!
To all enemies without consuming MP.
We'll combine our strength.
Thanks for saying that in my ear real loud.
You've regenerated the heavens. Here comes another round of wind attacks.
Come forth, royal soul.
Yeah.
Now accept your fate! Fall!
Little souls of kings.
Fallen defense. Apples are gone.
With blade in hand!
Nice. Also, no. Yeah. 322. Excuse me, you shouldn't have had 2 attacks.
They take my fullest power. It is your turn. Yeah, you but hit their weakness.
As the point, they yet cling to life. I won't hold back. I'll cut through. It's still up.
Now accept
Yep.
your fate. Apologies. Would you finish it?
Gain 4 turn icons. No.
Quick, knock them off again. Legs reverse to normal. Ugh, we've taken them out.
So that was just what this one was about. Got it.
Shield. We've got to do something about those apples.
Yeah, yeah.
Let me handle those apples. All right, leave it to.
Sure. I was just trying to get past your
Don't waste your chance.
text box.
Get in there. Here I go. Come forth now. Yeah, you but hit their weakness.
Oh, power of heroes. Worthy foe after all. Let's go. The blaze edge.
Yep.
Still here?
I'll use what I must. Far formidable indeed.
Take my fullest power.
Sure.
I destroyed it.
Come. I'll run you through.
Thank you. Oh no, my blueberry body. Wind God's Gale for Seeker. Okay.
Not bad, eh?
I'll strive for greater heights.
Yeah.
I am most certainly stronger than I was.
Yeah.
I'm making progress. The bastard got away.
Yeah, it's called a distraction.
You chaps boggle the mind. It's no mean feat to fight on even footing with a human.
I'd hoped as much. You may yet have the power to face Luis at his full strength.
It's good to see you're safe. We've certainly taken these powers a long way. Maybe we thought ourselves invincible. But don't worry. At long last, the prince is safe.
At long
In a manner of
last.
speaking. Everything's going according to plan.
You only got a
Still,
spear through your
what's the
heart.
next
Do
move?
you still remember that feeling?
The people think you a monster. Will not find any public backing like this.
Alces once said that His Highness the Prince was a soul born into adversity. He is royalty and elder both, heir to the legacies of heaven and earth. He is water and fire, in condemned conflux. When the day comes that His Highness may be revered as the good ruler he can be, then the world will truly be free of prejudice. And that, he said, is why we fight.
In his own words, huh? We have to fight for what he believed in.
All the
All
words.
the more reason we can't turn
Too
from
many
this.
words if you ask me. Years of prejudice won't go away overnight. Nothing could accomplish that. But if we don't believe things can change, they will never.
Come what may. My life is a shield raised in your highness's name.
Thank you.
Are you prepared to fight Luis to the bitter end?
Probably.
We fight him together.
Yes. By our efforts, we will stop Luis's reign.
If he ends up king, he'll be sending all traitors to the gallows. Not just us, but any innocent folks he doesn't find use for.
Yeah, sounds about right. We've lost too many lives along the journey, and if Luis has his way with the world, such partings would become all too common. We have to stop him.
Look,
Thanks.
I'm never giving up hope either, okay? All we have to do is beat him. Right?
Great.
Looking forward to the victory song.
I mean, drop the thing.
Well, we've got bigger things to worry about now. but I can't wait to sing it.
You... I'm still amazed. You really do look just like your mother. Truly, you are a child of fate. Your mother, she loved your father and you with all her heart. The injustice that befell this village is not your fault. But listen well. Once you leave this village, you cannot return until you have fulfilled your ambitions. After all, an old crone like me can't take care of you forever.
Sure you can.
If you want to overcome your hardest challenges, you'll have to face them yourself. The world's fate is in your hands.
Sure it is.
Put an end to the tragedies of humankind's failures.
Thank you. And for everything.
Our final battle lies ahead.
So why did he have an
We
accent for a
cannot
while?
lose. Yet, before all else, His Highness has only just awoken. Let us rest in the gauntlet runner for today, and advance to the royal capital tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's a bit strange, isn't it? I was convinced we'd been together for a long time. But I can't believe we've only just met. The beginning of my journey may have been a false memory. But my journey with you and the
It's
memories
been
we made,
real.
those are all real. Well, guess I'm repeating myself. But I'm glad we're working together.
Yeah. Sure.
Likewise. I'm glad to be your ally.
Yep. Though, I guess our toughest challenge is next.
Having overcome her trial, I can sense... Okay, her conviction.
The mystical fairy, Gallica. She who still keeps the virtues of the mage. You're tempered bond by the
Yep. Thanks. Shake my hand real hard, Tiny Fairy.
We've got the path to tomorrow.
Elemental Master and Warlock. Okay. During squad battles, you may gain extra turn icons. Okay. Elemental Master. And that one looks like... I don't even know what that one looks like. You can now study Warlock. Yep.
When things get tough, remember this magic. The music meant for you will play in your head.
So you're giving me a victory song? Or a battle theme? It's a magic of music that Gallica cast for me once. Now that I think about it, it may have helped me in ways I didn't realize.
By the way, the chiefess told me something about your novel. Apparently your parents gave you that book when you were still just a kid. I wonder what your parents wanted you to get from reading it. What they hoped for you, I guess. I suppose you'll have to find out for yourself.
This book is the legacy of my parents, the late king of Euchronia and the queen of the Elden Sanctum. Perhaps the utopia depicted in this book wasn't a mere fantasy, but the ideas of the old world passed down in the Sanctum.
The part we're reading today is the last chapter. It's about the ruler of this ideal world. Let's read it together.
It's the President of the United States of America.
The last chapter is about the ruler of a utopia. The one who governs this utopia must have an unwavering will. To maintain justice in this world, there are innumerable obstacles to overcome. Yet, as long as one lives by their ideals, those who support them are sure to follow. A utopia is not the creation of a single mind or a single power. It is a world shaped by all its people. The last part seems a little more metaphorical. There's a little more. However, even a utopia may one day fray at the edges, and its people may come to conflict over the question of what is right. What is a true utopia? What is a true ruler? None have yet found the answers to these questions.
True utopia has never been achieved. The so-called utopia depicted within the novel was based on the old world, but it fell into ruin and was destroyed by war. So if this book traces the trajectory of the old world, are these truly the ideals we're striving for? It seems rather
So even
the opposite.
The author of this book struggled with these questions. And if you become king, you'll have plenty of tough questions and struggles to face yourself.
The author of the
Lady
book
mentioned
is
that King
more,
was
probably.
a real idealist when he first arrived at the village, but little by little, the pains of reality crushed his hope. And he even lost his son. In the end, his will was broken. He didn't lift a finger to stop the church's rise to power. With that in mind, I can honestly see why people would be drawn to Luis. His values are radical and cruel, but he's devoted to them. Unshakable, even. But we can't lose either. For the sake of everyone who has believed in us along the way.
This is My Euphoria by Von Canto. Also not a bad song. Even if I were to win the throne, there's no guarantee my idealistic vision could ever become a reality.
Right.
And yet that choice is there, but to believe in them and fight on. The alternative is to accept that nothing will change.
You've got the power to change the world. And the one who gave it to you was, well, yourself. And that's what I'm going to help you with.
Thanks, I am pretty great.
That's
Thanks
my
for
mission.
noticing.
My real mission. And I'm going to see it through.
And after discussing the novel and our ideals with Gallica, I closed my eyes. What's up, Moore? Academia, seems like I've been summoned by Moore in a dream.
I saw what happened. So, you found a way to unequivocally shape your destiny.
Probably.
As far as I know, there is no record of your newly acquired archetype ever being used, even in ancient times. An archetype whose existence was only theoretical, known to some scholars as the magic of true sovereignty. Indeed, a power of legend. I once said that to be Elder was your inescapable fate. However, it seems the truth was more complex than that. Magic is a process by which we confront fate and tame anxiety. And archetypes are its essence. They are manifestations of a resolve capable of heroic virtue. So then, what do you think is the foremost, most inescapable fate a person must bear?
Death.
The foremost fate. Not really sure, but for me to be me, and for you to be you, or something like that.
Indeed. It is birth that is inescapable. You cannot choose who you are born to, and once your familial place is determined, that fate cannot be changed. Yet by some strange tangle of destiny, you were given a choice that the very act of existence denies most people. By your own will, you were born again as a prince. Do you
Look,
understand?
changing my fate.
You stand on the threshold of truly becoming a ruler, not as an unearned title of bloodline's chance, nor as a mere authority over people. You have taken control of your life. You are ready to rule your very self. That is what it truly means to be a hero. And it is the crux of the power that is awakened within you. What glorious coincidence indeed, that I, as a scholar of archetypes, might cross paths with and witness such a remarkably fated boy. It almost bespeaks.
Indeed, 'tis his hands that bear our fate.
Moore, I think you're hearing voices.
I remember. I know that I know this voice. Had I forgotten it all this time? Yes. I swear I've heard it before. And I let it slip from my mind. Who are you? You with this voice that moves hearts. Speak.
Who are you? Why
It's the
have you
Highness.
awakened this boy to his power?
Her
If it
Highness.
is answers you seek.
Then go and claim them.
Are you? Could you be?
As for you, I bid thee awaken. Move onward.
But I just
to
fell
thy
asleep.
Final ordeal. Take thy place at the final proving of the ascension of kings.
My consciousness faded away and I went back to sleep. I am reminded that Moore was the author of the fantasy novel. As Moore visited the ancient Elden Sanctum.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Oh, it's me. And Gallica.
Okay, all our preparations are.
I do
just
like the
about
changing
set.
of that loading screen.
Now that this is actually happening, I've got some pre-show jitters.
All this
Transitional screen?
It always felt
Oh,
they lived in a different
one
world
of the
to the likes
things.
me. Never figured I'd be walking alongside one myself.
'Tis proof that bloodline decides nothing. We are one people living in a shared world.
Looks like this is gonna be our last mission. Any final words you want to say?
Pee pee poo poo.
What do I say?
Wow. I feel so motivated.
Yet if he suddenly spoke with the eloquence of a philosopher king, 'twould bemuse more than it would spur.
You can
Yeah.
take it at your own pace. We're all getting used to it gradually.
About the new stuff you've felt and learned since becoming the prince. Can I ask you one more thing? Why is it that you want to be king? It's not about honor or power, is it?
I don't care for honor, power, or anything of the sort.
Even having become your highness the prince. 'Tis strange to say, but you have not changed a bit.
Yep.
Well, I guess this means we're ready as we're gonna be.
Head to Grand Trad.
This place here.
Let's move.
Okay, let's go.
You see?
I doubt all in Grand Trad will give us a warm reception. Still, should we choose not to fight, then Luis's victims only pile higher.
Yeah.
Easy to say. Will help anyone. But doing it's not... blah, 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 words. Why can I not read his in his accent? What the fuck? But doing it's a whole nother thing. All the more reason we got to prove we're serious about putting our lives on the line. We'll lead by example. Besides, it won't be the first time we've crawled our way up from the bottom. That one.
After having made so many sacrifices, the group has gained new powers and ascertained new truths. Their arch enemy, Luis,
That was like 3 hours of
has
cutscene.
one hand on the throne. Even so,
I feel it was
they
like 3
march
hours of
ever
cutscene. It felt
forward,
like an eternity.
Spirits rekindled by battle. They head to Grand Trad, for the fight is far from over.
Oh god, there's gonna be another hour of cutscene, isn't there?
That Elden boy is nowhere to be found. I suppose it's only a matter of time until Luis takes the throne.
Where do you guys fall into this?
Speaking of which, I don't see the general. The voice of the pro-Luis faction became too overwhelming. He was ultimately forced out of his position. Why is this happening? Even if the Sanctus Church's favor has collapsed, why is it that Luis alone is reaping the benefits?
The public mind is the same as it's always been. It's too difficult to find answers in themselves, so they follow those who provide. We've certainly relied on that ourselves.
It's always easier to follow than to have to make all the risks yourself. Now that we are out of ideas, what can we do?
Can you imagine Luis on the throne? Can you imagine what he'd do with us? We'd be the first on the chopping block. Do we hide? Run? Our ships are in port.
Is this really the time for idle chit-chat?
Who are you?
Just a passing wastrel. Thought I'd drop in for a while.
I'm kind of curious how he got in here.
You might have one way to survive.
Don't make another one more thing. I don't want another one.
Well then, let us depart.
Lord Luis, your pardon. We've encountered an unexpected snag. I killed the prince in the Elden village. I confirmed his death, yet it appears the boy candidate has merged with his corpse. It seems the prince is now resurrected.
Resurrected?
Yes.
So you can move the eye. I saw on your portrait. Look at that. It's not centered no more.
Something about his soul having traveled independently and then returning to his corporeal body.
I see. So his ideal form was spun from Magla. Whatever the case, this means the land's true prince has reawakened in his sanctum. How interesting. After these long years, my chase may finally come to an end. My nemesis awaits.
Lord Luis.
Have your eye blink.
What is it about that bastard that fascinates you? Yeah, I won't
Just
let it
went
end
further.
like this. I have to do
Blink.
better. I need more power.
Everything else blinks.
I will show Lord Luis I am worthy of his gaze.
We'll soon be arriving above the royal capital.
Excellent. As planned, increase altitude and enter the royal palace in the sky.
Are you certain? We'll be heading directly to His Majesty, the former king, and...
Rest assured, that old fool is powerless to stop me now. Proceed.
Understood.
Let the final banquet begin.
Nah.
Come on, any takers? Any bets for the other candidates? Remember, if Luis loses, a silver coin could turn into mountains of Reeve.
What are you trying to say? You think Count Luis is going to lose?
Oh no, of course not. I'm just saying.
I'll call that bet. All in on His Highness the Prince.
A sanctus bigwig gambling away his tides? This really is the end of the world. Didn't know his esteemed princeliness had any supporters left.
I mean, he's not really the prince, is he? Was actually a monster in disguise all along. Haven't you heard the news? The times we live in, I tell you.
I've heard plenty of the
Must be
news.
tough, being an easy mark. It didn't take much for you to buy everything Luis was selling about the prince. The fireworks went off the moment he said, "Behold." Remember? You don't think there's any chance Luis orchestrated the entire thing?
Oi, churchman. You saying Count Luis lied to us?
Yeah.
You think he cast some big illusion?
No.
An illusion, eh? What if I said it's a power more dangerous than that? Always struck me as odd. We all know Luis, the mighty human slayer, but how does he keep finding the things one after another? Seems a bit convenient, if you ask me. Like he knows in advance where these monsters will appear to cause havoc.
Easy to nitpick and gripe about him, isn't it, churchman?
Yeah.
Someone needs to shut you up.
All right. Let's keep things civil, eh? No sense becoming a monster yourself.
Oi! What's all this fuss about? Damn it! When Count Luis is king, you'll all be the first at the gallows. You'll die just like Forden.
Run. There was 4 Luis supporters in that entire group.
Oh, they're probably just as anxious as the rest of us. All that yelling and thrashing helps fight it off. Humans have been sighted near the capital, after all.
It's more than that. Pockets of society have resented the upper class for ages now, but this might be the spark that lights the kindling. Luis's respect for power is certainly cruel, but it's fair to an extent. Those of us pushing the status quo have always struggled to understand the appeal.
Even then, everyone's on edge. They'll jump at any excuse to argue and snarl at each other. Never seen it this bad. Not normal, I say.
Blind fanaticism and doom go hand in hand. If we don't find some common ground soon, it'll collapse beneath us.
Arrogance and innocence go hand in hand. Back in my day, anyway.
Saying that he'd be waiting at the royal capital. Only one place he could be. All eyes are on his Skyrunner as it rises to the flying palace. What are we about to see?
Luis's face is the only one in that eye now. Got it.
Ah. The royal palace. It's been
At least all this is voice acted.
Do you hear me, O king? Stubborn and deathless? This country is distorted. You and the other titled authorities decide who grows fat and who is devoured. The country knows no war only because our very core is built upon a system of societal predator and prey. It cannot be defied from within. That is peace, but not order. Hand over the royal scepter. The game is over. The country needs change, and I will provide it.
Thou impertinent faith breaker, hast thou no shame in preempting the day of judgment?
Do you presume yourself a god? Is that why you wrought your face in stone and took it to the heavens? You're nothing. Just an ordinary, broken old man.
I mean, at least he's a strong, ordinary, broken old man.
How wouldst thou wield the king's magic? To what end?
To purify all that your kind have left to rot. You threw away your ideals, but I will never make that mistake.
Only the people's chosen may take the throne. The royal scepter and its resting place remain beyond you.
This royal scepter, the royal magic. Did you think that only generations of kings were aware of their secrets? Why someone can manipulate world-changing power by use of only a single scepter? Why only those supported by the people can use it? Listen well, O king. The truth behind the royal magic. Huh. So it's true. The country truly is putrid with sin.
It's influencer based. Whoever has the most subscribers.
If I took hold of it now, then I would have the power to change the world itself.
How didst thou learn of this?
How?
It's competition, that's how.
Thou wert elder.
You were not always blind to this country's rot. When you visited our sanctum, I saw and knew the passion in your heart. And yet, what happened?
I had a
to
feeling
our
he was Elda.
What happened to this country?
I even made the joke that the main character could have worn those. Like, very beginning of the game.
You cannot stop me any longer. Nor can anyone else. Save one lone possibility.
Nice to see the boss arena before it happens.
Snatching victory from the maw of catastrophe, the party does let
sorry, I sneezed. Man, this is... Ooh.
What the hell's wrong with the sky?
Isn't that... Oi! That monster boy's come back!
Ah, that's why the sky's grown so hellish. The half-dead bastard returns with his head held high.
A more aggressive welcome than I expected. Would any introductions help them to understand?
It's useless. Words are cheap. Still, we should walk with pride instead of trying to keep our heads down.
Yeah.
True enough.
His Royal Highness, the Prince, returns. Luis distorted his form through strange and terrible magics, but the curse is now dispelled. His true form has been restored.
Oi, if that's really His Highness, then tell us why in His Majesty in the sky stop all this bloodshed?
Cause he's an imposter! Just like Count Louis said! You'll not fool us again, beast!
Oi! Calm
calm down. At least listen.
And you! Never thought I'd see one of the Magnus brothers standing against Count Luis, even the thick one. He took in a Paripus like you, and you spit on him. Scum! Only thing traitors deserve is a tight rope and a stiff beam. And you want us to support the prince?
Yeah.
Lady Juna, I can't believe this. I admired you. Why would you risk dying alongside some fake prince?
I don't intend on dying with anyone. Besides, I'm still me, whoever I'm standing with.
Hey, you chief! Weren't you the wretch who got kicked out of the knighthood? Now you're with this pack of throne chasers. Shame. Shame! Mustari girl! You ungrateful pagan!
You guys don't even know her name.
Church for you! How dare you strike out at him? They're all traitors, I say!
What is all this? The truth of the prince hardly matters to them. Every one of them's only concerned with their own emotions and nothing else.
We'll have your heads on pike soon enough. Leave! Get out of our royal capital!
If they're just monsters, we can deal with them ourselves. How about it?
This is bad. They really are out for our blood. Has everyone gone insane?
Yeah.
Oi, over here.
That's what happens when politics gets too divided.
No talking this one out. You need to run now.
That's why, other than like base issues like gun control, are the only things I'll really talk about.
What happened? Why are all the people so bloodthirsty now?
Anything further is more or too far divisive.
After all, a monster entered into their society disguised as a person.
No, that's not.
I know, it's not true. But truth and how it appears to the citizens are different beasts. Moreover, humans have been sighted closer than ever before. The royal capital's populace is unused to danger, so they've become suspicious of each other. How fares your neighbor? Do you run in circles with monsters in disguise? Are questions on the tip of every tongue. Ever since Forden's death, Luis has everyone on a knife edge. He's erratic, and nobody knows how he'll react to those who defy him if push comes to shove.
Murder, that's how.
At the core of it, people are scared witless, and they cling to Luis as a savior, rather than the devil he is.
You well know that Luis cares not one whit about social status, especially as a token of birthright. No amount of wealth or standing can buy his protection. So even those who may have opposed him at first now counsel that condemning him would be imprudent, as it puts their safety at risk.
Then we're stuffed. He won't save anyone. And oh yeah, he can create humans, by the way.
Oh, that's all true then. I have my suspicions, but it's still a bit of a jolt.
Yep.
This all said, in my humble opinion, what we're seeing in the people now has been in the works for some time. Now, has the tournament for the
Insanity.
throne truly ever been a fair contest? The Sanctus Church bent it to its whim, and I abetted that. To my shame. Before I met you people, I didn't have much to me but anger and quips. I'd rant and snipe and have my cynical little discourse, but I'd only looked to others for change. Now maybe that outlook's our real enemy. Blind fanaticism, like I had. Even if there's no malice to it, it's a dangerous thing. Hard to think clear when your mind's a muddy stream.
We've been told
That's just how my mind is
born from
regularly.
people's anxiety. Perhaps the proof is now before our eyes.
Kind of ironic. But we have to do something about it. If we don't, they'll never listen. We'll only ever be seen as an enemy.
I had the inn prepared. They won't let anyone in but you lot. Let's head there for now, shall we?
Okay. Onward to more cutscenes. I feel like it's been so long since I actually did anything. Nearest is heading back to the Gauntlet Runner. It seems like the city has calmed down at least a tiny bit. They'd have a hard time wrecking our Gauntlet Runner, but we still shouldn't chance it. We should make our way over to the Hush Honeybee. Everyone else has already gone ahead. Okay. Hang on.
All right then. This is all right.
One. Hang on, can I?
This is all right. Oi!
Oh. Hang on. Wait, one more. Hey, okay. No, I'm just trying to get to the shops, just in case they're selling better things. Okay. Also, I just realized there's a gallows in this area.
Let's move.
We've cleared everyone out. Let's hurry inside. Okay. I don't know, running less than a minute is not...
Everyone.
It's not really control.
I'm glad you made it back in one piece. Since you left, Luis's following has only grown.
Have you changed? You're still the same person, aren't you?
'Tis quite a story, but it deserves explaining. I only hope you can believe us.
Yep.
Alright, wait a minute. Let me get this straight. I had thought all this business with declaring yourself the prince was a well-meaning bluff. But under the deception, you were, in fact, the actual prince.
Yep.
Is that right?
Yeah, totes.
Still, I mean, how do you get the whole country to believe your story? Is that even possible?
Probably not.
Frankly, I doubt it. We've just seen firsthand how far we'll get trying to talk the people down.
Then what will you do? If this goes on...
But you're still you, yes? You came to help everyone, just like you helped me before, right?
Yes, that's right.
Eh.
It'll all turn out fine.
Good.
I see. So,
Yeah.
even if no one believes you,
That cough
you're
was,
still determined to settle
gooey.
the score with Luis head on.
Even so, the gulf between us is wider than ever. The people have all but named him their champion. With so little time, a guileless appeal to the public may fall on deaf ears.
Hard luck for the honest knight. And not much room left for civil debate now that Luis is openly advocating killing his opposition. Well, that ship sailed when the king's magic faded. Anyway, if there is a key to turning the tide, first place I'd look is the castle in the sky.
One, you rhymed. Two, great Miyazaki movie.
You saw how violent and volatile the city folk are now, but I don't think it's as simple as fearing Luis. I've been keeping an eye on the royal capital while you were off on your jaunt through the woods. Frankly, the change in public sentiment was too sudden, unnatural. It's as if they've been collectively drained of their sanity, and if I had to guess what's causing it...
You're implying it's Luis's doing? All the eeriness in the sky. Is that because...
Don't know.
I mean, if the sky did turn red all of a sudden,
This is certainly odd.
and stayed red, I'd be concerned
Something
too.
really is forcing it. That means we might still have a chance to fix it.
What Luis is doing in the royal palace, whether or not he truly desires a world overrun by humans, we won't know his mind until we confront him. There you
On the
go.
other hand, it may well be bait for a trap.
There's gotta be something up there.
Then it's settled. Head to the royal palace and put a stop to whatever Luis is cooking up. With that Skyrunner, you're the only ones who can. And we'll fight in the ways we can too. We'll make sure the whole kingdom hears that the real prince is back after all the strife he's been through.
Indeed. If you can make things better, you might just inspire everyone to remember their own hopes and dreams.
What?
He has been
No.
terribly patient, waiting for you and believing in you. It'd be nice to see her smile again.
I talked to her like a week ago. If Luis is behind all the disturbances, then stopping him will only help us in the approval ratings. If we can restore civility and rational thought, it'll pave the way to defeat Luis. We must press on with that faith in that.
I'll always believe in you.
Oh God, is this going to be a moment where we kind of
Be a good king.
deal with some other things? I mean, like a Sephiroth moment, where you're basically fighting a god, and you go down and then you just fight man.
Indeed. If we win, I suppose you really will be king.
We're counting on you.
So either the scepter responds to popularity in the
Too late
kingdom,
today for a grand charge, I fear.
or responds
Take a
only
night's
to
rest,
Elda.
And on the morrow, we make for the castle.
I don't think there's an in-between.
What to pick?
Okay. I shouldn't go out right now. Okay, thanks. Let's say Gallica. I don't really want to be around people outside because they're so weird lately. People in here feel nice and warm, though. I wonder why. It's like there's this optimism in here. And it's getting stronger since you came in, actually. I can feel people's hearts unwinding. Oh, you're the curious fairy. Never mind. Pretty amazing. What kind of magic is that? I wish the people outside were like this. And just like that, they were gone. Thanks. Are there any bugs back here? No, but never mind. Later, nerds.
Your Highness.
And so His Highness returns to the royal capital in triumph and glory. In truth, I'd have liked to welcome him back with the grand feast. Of course you would. Give me the feast. Sender, I do appreciate the follow. Thank you. Yep, thanks. Yeah, bedroom. My bed is bigger and softer than bunks in the Gauntlet Runner. Yes, we rest. As onward to the next day. Oh, wait. I also appreciate that note. Thank you. I won't repeat it on stream, but just in case. But thank you regardless. Thank you.
31 days remain.
I kind of stream just to beat my backlog.
To all the people who dwell in this land,
Luis is in my eye.
This voice?
soon naught but 1 month will remain. On the dawn of the Day of the Hero, the one who has inspired the greatest faith of the people shall inherit the kingdom. I bid thee forget not these words.
So he's even like, we're keeping this right.
Wake up to such a spectacle, but I suppose that confirms it. This is where it ends.
Luis has already fortified himself behind the palace walls. Good thing we've got a Skyrunner, or it'd already be over for us.
Or perhaps it is us he has been waiting for all this time.
However disturbing the world looks now, 'tis only a prelude to the deadland Luis strives for.
Sky looks proper hellish already. And with all the humans out there, it's no wonder everyone's losing their grip.
Well, he wanted a fair world where strength decides everything. Funny how that's indistinguishable from absolute chaos.
Yeah.
It's Luis who has the most support
chaos.
and that wasn't born of deception. He broke the nation's order, and everyone knows it.
Sure enough. That's what got Ardell and I dreaming to begin with. Figured a world where the poor and weak get trampled on was a world worth breaking. Come to think of it, what do we all stand for, really?
Maybe hope.
Maybe hope.
A little broad, don't you think?
I don't really know what everyone's talking about. But everyone who's seen you and your friends say you're amazing. You make them really, really happy. Because, you know, you've got all the tribes in your team. Everyone's different, but you keep working together and doing great. You're so cool.
Thank you, small
Fair
child.
point. You're quite right, Maria. It is a hard thing to word, so forgive my fumbling. But perhaps 'tis a matter of standing for something Luis does not believe exists. We must prove that it does.
What,
If
unity?
you keep on believing in what you want, and you keep on working hard for it, it will come true.
That's right, love. I can think of plenty of people who would be much happier if they took a page from your book.
I see now. This is surely the essence of true magic.
Best of luck, Your Highness. After all those speeches about taking the throne, it'll be awfully irresponsible to go dying on us now.
If Luis claims victory, everyone will be sacrificed in his wake. Will prevent that from happening. Whatever Luis is doing in the royal palace has to be stopped as soon as possible, and it's up to us to do it.
Right, thank you. Well, we'd best keep an eye on the calendar. The king's deadline was the dawn of the day of the hero, so we've got until the day before. And that won't be the end of things either. Even if people come to their senses, it would amount to nothing if Luis sits upon the throne. Personally, I think we should prioritize our main objective here. I'm sure we'd get it done, but we have to make sure we have at least one day to spare before the day of the hero.
We've got a few days left. So, it's up to you how we spend them. When we set off, let's do it with no regrets.
We're gonna spend them not going to the final dungeon.
So Luis is hiding in the floating royal palace here. We have to stop him. I won't accept King Luis.
There's been so many. Okay.
Let's put an end to this.
Quest start. 9-star, I think. Is that 9? 4, 6. Yeah, I don't know. The blinking's messing with me. I think that's 9 out of 10. It would be 10 out of 10. Challenge the airborne palace. Depart from the round table in the Gauntlet Runner. Due to Magla disturbances throughout the kingdom, the entire country is experiencing dread weather. If that wasn't bad enough, be cautious of an inclement weather called Blight. And this is how I killed a Reaper. The abilities of your followers and their support will be indispensable when it comes to surpassing Luis and being crowned the new king. Use this time to ensure that you'll have no regrets when you depart. Prevent Luis's destructive vision and rescue the kingdom before the day of the hero arrives.
So?
You need to be absolutely sure that you're ready for anything before we head in. That place has definitely changed from the last time you were there.
Smash it all to bits.
Okay, sweet.
All right then.
I...
Luis is the only one left.
30 days.
It will be Lord Luis before too long. So
Jesus. Mama. You too.
hello.
An outfit. Aren't you the candidate who claims to be the prince? If you are possessed of princely skills, then I have a task for you. There's a place some distance from Alterbury called Mount Volcano. Already went there. Can I ask of you to look for the War King's legendary greatsword there? Well, the story goes that I already have it.
Help me, Will.
I get.
Here, take it.
Much gratitude to you.
You'll really do it. You have my gratitude. I shall, of course, prepare a suitable reward. Not to mention the sword's yours to keep. I just want to see it.
We did it! Let's give it a shot.
But I already have it. Increase wisdom. Legendary greatsword?
Let's...
Yep. Actually, wait, we might have already gotten it. Serious, may I see it? Here you go. Hand it over the rusty greatsword. It's rusty, but you can see the splendor of the design beneath. Stay right here. I must polish this. It's so shiny now. And so ornate. So this is a legendary greatsword? Actually, no. Judging by the ornaments, this was created well after the Wall King's time. It's something else entirely.
Talking nonsense, you are.
I think in the end, the legendary greatsword is perhaps another myth. And I've wasted 10 years of my life searching for it. My parents would no doubt laugh if they could see me now. If you just stayed home and tend the fields, you would have been a happier man, they'd say.
To be done?
It's probably time to give up my dream, isn't it? I should head back home.
Huh?
Where did that come from? Come to think of it, you're not so different from the Wall King. He had a mysterious power to move hearts, and his efforts changed the world. And here's someone doing the same thing, standing right before me. Perhaps the legendary sword isn't so far-fetched after all. Thank you, Rido. You've given me the hope that the legendary greatsword is still out there somewhere. But first, I'm due for a trip home. And when I've saved enough money, my journey will resume. Oh, I promised you a reward. Please, don't be modest, it's yours. Thanks. The Edge of Glory. Legendary greatsword? So I just got the money? And the legendary greatsword? Beloved greatsword.
We did it!
It's no legend, but should serve you well in battle. We just need it. Yeah. Just what we need on a journey like ours, wouldn't you say? Words. You say you're on a journey too, huh? Well, perhaps maybe one day you really will stumble upon the legendary greatsword. If you do, I hope you'll come to see me. In the meantime, I'm in your corner, O future king. Thanks.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Looking to sell up.
Exchange 8. Magla, how much? Oh. I mean, I can get the one. I'm not gonna. Because I want to see if they updated their things here.
Hello there.
Hello there. Yield discount. Sell.
Now then.
Praise. Nothing. Vomit sword. Ooh. Yes, everyone has new things. Okay. Yes. And equip you. Then. Then I cough, apparently. Or Calcum knives. Small MP recovery every turn in battle. Yes. Increased dark attack strength. Oh, that coughing made me lightheaded a little bit. Yeah.
Understood.
Understood. So I got one for Yufa, Hulkenberg, Heismay. You're not getting the Curse Blade. Or Calcum Saber, yes.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone else is going to be really getting anything. What I mean is Maglo wise.
Luis is the only one left, isn't he?
They also don't tell me what Dread does. Your Highness, it's an honor. Bye. Endurance +7. Okay. Magic +7, which would be great for Yufa.
How nice.
Okay. You're just a good vest. I'm gonna buy one of you for Hulkenberg.
Indeed.
Or Calcum Male. Yes, and also
Yeah.
on you. Okay, my main characters are good. Wait. Or Calcum Helm. Endurance +6. Because I always forget about these. Yes, on you. Automatically increase hit rate at the beginning of battle. Magic +5 for you. Magic +6. I wouldn't mind the magic one for you. Granted, I wouldn't mind that for multiple people. Hang on. Swords. Got 2 of you. And those are glaives. I'm gonna sell you 2.
Now then.
Iron Knuckles, both of you. Ogre's Fists. Hang on. Yeah, Ogre's Fists.
Now then.
Just selling one, though. Torch, mace. Yes.
Now then. Now then.
Okay. Or do I have any that are more than 2? Okay. Forgot about that one, but all in Abacus. I mean, you're done with that then.
Now then.
Yes.
Now then.
You get the Beast Killer's Wrath. Okay. No. See, the strength would also be good. Okay. Magic. By you for Yufa. Attack at start of battle. Okay. And for you. For that one. Increase hit rate and evasion. See, this one would also do that. Kind of. Indirectly.
Good.
Okay. That's what I got there.
Luis is the only one left.
What's up, dudes? Can I... From Mama still won't talk to me. Do I have any followers I can go to? Yes, but also no. Hang on.
Luis rightfully ought to be king. And what is it?
Medical herb 50, 100, 200, 300, 400 to one ally. Here's poison. Do that one. That. Days forget. Bring you to 30. I still have not used you once. Ingredient. Okay. I mean, I could also just be like, oh man. Now I got 70. Because what else am I going to use the money on? Realistically.
Luis rightfully ought to be king.
Luis rightfully, shut up.
All right then.
I have an exclamation point there.
Let's head there right away.
St. Fermi's Church. Okay. Oh, hey. Yours is done, I think.
Is it Luis
The world belongs
Yeah.
to Lord Luis.
Eh?
Have you forgotten me already? Some people know me as the Queen of Cuisine. But, oh yeah, I remember you. I'll hear you out.
Whatever will I
During the
do?
course of my travels, thought constantly crossed my mind, and times such as these, what can I cook to ease the hunger of the struggling to survive? I speak of those who cannot afford gourmet cuisine. The most they can hope for is simple fare, which fills the stomach, but leaves the heart empty. Therefore, what the world needs is a dish that, while comprised of plain ingredients, brings colorful sweetness that brightens the drudgery of everyday life.
Lovely, that.
Nourishing lumabes are a must.
If you have... Let's give it a shot.
Sure. Lord of the Lake. I get a
The world
fish
belongs to Lord Luis.
from Persona 5?
Lovely, that.
Eh?
One glance shows me that it was an incredible denseness. Thanks.
The world belongs
Okay.
to Lord Luis.
Anyway. What's up, Yufa?
Talking nonsense, you are.
Just talk about yourself, but I can't. My wisdom is not high enough. Thanks. Can I? This is basically the end, so things like wisdom. It's eloquence, I think.
Where to?
Tira. There's also a thing I probably won't finish here. Oh yeah. I should give it to Nuris. Thanks, Nuris.
All right then.
So Gauntlet Runner it is. Nuris isn't in here. Pantry. Can I check the pantry?
What's this?
I could use these for cooking. Thanks. I can't even cook. Can I read things? We're in town, so I guess no.
All right then.
Wisdom, the looking glass.
All right then.
Which is over there. Sure.
Smash it all to bits. Is it Louisa? A monster for a king.
Something up? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have much more time for this. For the stream. There you go. Nope. That made my voice worse. Is that one better? A little bit. This is why I think getting sick is funny to me. Because my voice changes octaves. I should really hydrate. But if we beat Luis, everything will go back to normal, right?
Look at that.
One of the things you say, blah, blah, and you'll be king. Feel like I've broadened my wisdom.
All right.
So it was useless at the beginning of the game to sit in these places then. Thanks. Okay. Back to the hushed honeybee. Brigida? No. Dang it. Sorry, Nearest. My trauma mama comes first. Trauma mama all the way. What's up, trauma mama?
Intriguing.
No problem.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Honestly, I was thinking about closing up shop for good, but I see we have one last item of business for today. You didn't notice? 2 children have been following you. They have igniters. I imagine they're here for me.
Brigitte!
Brigitte. That's what it was.
I saw you at the village.
So you remember us? What a shame, right? I bet you didn't think you left any survivors, right?
Everyone we know is dead! You killed them!
I see. So, you're here for revenge. Is that it?
Brigitte, don't die.
You've got it wrong. The church was the one that did this to you.
What are you talking about? The Sanctus told me all about it. They said you set the whole village on fire. That's why they gave me this igniter. They said killing isn't wrong when you're punishing the wicked.
I see. You. My apologies. But I'd appreciate if you didn't interfere. No matter what happens.
I'm gonna interfere to help you.
That depends on what happens.
No. No matter what happens. Please.
Too bad.
This is your first time killing someone, I take it. I hate to break it to you, but you should have finished the job without saying anything. You realize you just gave yourself away. Now I might dodge. That's a chance at survival I didn't have before. Might easily be enough to turn the tables and kill you. And what's the exit plan after you've done the deed? How do you get out of the city before they find my corpse? Or did the Sanctus forget to mention these details? The church thought they'd use you to kill me. That? Or they were hoping I'd kill you?
No! You're lying!
If you don't have
Blind
it in you,
faith. Terrible
I
idea.
suggest you save your revenge.
You're not fooling us!
It's a painful thing to live your whole life running away, carrying your sins on your back. If you ask me, it might even be harder than killing someone. You'll watch me die again whenever you close your eyes. You'll smell my blood. Hear the rasp of my final breaths.
I mean, that's one way not to be killed by children. Traumatize them.
Again and again and again. That's what lies down this road. It's a dark path to walk, alone, with the weight of your despair. Your heart won't let you trust again, nor will it let anyone save you. But you still have time to turn back.
There's nowhere left for us to go.
I've prepared living spaces at my research facility. They're meant to give people like you a safe home.
What? What are you talking about? You think we trust you?
I know
No.
how easy it is to lose all your peace and hope in an instant. And now that you've seen that firsthand, I can't fault you for doubting me. But just once, just one more time, I want you to think of your future and get the help you need. It's a hard thing to crawl up out of hell. But the first step is having the courage to believe.
But if I lived in your place, you'd just kill me.
If I wanted to kill you, I'd have done it already.
Do you know how easy it is to stab a child?
I'm not saying you have to trust me right away. Believe me. I have a hard enough time trusting people myself.
Now our hair color is the same. Samesies.
Isn't this what you two really want? To
I don't know why I
believe in
just noticed
people
that.
And believe in your own happiness. Thank you. I'll show you the way to the research facility now. That took incredible bravery, you two. I can already tell you have a better life than mine ahead of you. A more peaceful and gentle future, greater than anything we could imagine, is about to dawn.
And you look back at me again. Thank you, Trauma Mama.
The two of them fell asleep as soon as they found their room. Must have been the first sleep they'd had in days. Can't imagine how nervous they must have been. We have to protect them. We can't let this place be destroyed. Suppose that means I can't afford to close down the shop just yet. I'll keep selling igniters for now. But I'll only stock models with limiters, meant to dampen their destructive force. And I'll offer a bargain for the people to trade in non-limited igniters towards buying my wares. Against the church's campaign, it'll barely make a difference. But it'll buy some time until you take the throne, right?
That's smart. But I expected no less.
Well, once your heart's set on something, your brain tends to follow suit. It's a small gesture, at best. A pretense at change. But it's enough. As long as it can give those children a little hope. I trust you to brighten our world. Give it the surge of hope it needs. Take the throne and lead us forward.
Maybe.
I want that hope to come from the both of us.
Ah, right.
Now
I'm
come
in the
with
thick
me.
of this research, I can't exactly dismiss this as someone else's problem anymore. So we'll take on the job together. May the flame of hope burn ever brighter, and may the light of that torch pierce the world's dark. May it reach the crying and the suffering, and save them. I vow to stand by your side. I'll find ways to be useful to you. I was always afraid of telling the truth. I built igniters into a shell around my life. On the inside, I figured I had nothing. I was nothing. Just a hollow parody of a person. But even knowing how weak I really am, you refused to abandon me. Thanks to you, I've come to know hope again.
It's because you my trauma
So
mama.
I'll believe in that hope.
Come here.
and try to live my life to the fullest.
Bring it in. Give me a hug. Come on.
That's my decision, and I'll stick by it. Thank you, young man, for giving me the courage to live again.
I feel Brigida's determination. Sorry. Brigida's determination to live a new way of life, as well as her unwavering trust in me. Shake my hand really hard.
The traitor and
Don't let go.
iconoclast Brigitta, keeper and heretic, your tempered bond has become a fire-forged trust.
Yeah, I don't
By
care.
the grace of her newfound power.
I care about her, not you.
Thank you for helping me.
Tycoon and up to 4. So ultimately, I didn't gain much from maxing you out.
No doubt there are countless people out there suffering, enduring unimaginable pains at this very moment.
Yeah.
But you can show them that their world is not a living hell. Not when you have your own vision for it. I'll be waiting for the day it comes true.
Brigida and I spent... Okay. Hang on. Brigida and I spent a long time in earnest, opened up discussion. Thanks to Brigida's further endorsement of me, all merchants in the country now support me.
The day of the hero draws near, which shall see the crowning of a new king. 30 days remain.
29 days remain.
Got it?
Dawn of October, whatever. Yep. Done. Afternoon. Hear a voice. Who's? What's up? Adeni is reaching out to me. Must be important.
All right then.
I mean, I can't do anything with her at the moment.
All right then. Where to?
Etria. Hiya.
Go.
You.
Hello there.
Okay, you're not going to continue that. I apologize for bringing this up at a time like this, but I have something I thought I should tell you. Lately, I've been searching through some old histories to review our true traditions, and I discovered something about a set of towers scattered throughout the country. Tower? Like that one place, right? Yeah, we're familiar. Oh, is that so? Then that makes things simpler. According to the books I've read, when turmoil rocks the world of men, a sign will appear in Towers 3. 3 trials for 3 towers. Upon the hero who proves thrice worthy, a forbidden power has been sealed away in this world will be bestowed. Essentially, 3 towers will appear, each with his own trial, and whoever conquers them will obtain some kind of great unprecedented power. The nature of this power is unknown, however, judging by the description of the worthy hero, I sense that the trials of not only sheer strength, but honor and other like qualifications. Power confers one with the honor. Somehow, it reminds me of royal magic. I dread to think about what would happen if Luis obtained it. I would much prefer it in your hands. But what do you think of it? Will you undertake these trials? One tower is apparently south of our islands here. It is called the Spire of Blind Faith. It is known by some islanders. But for precise information, you'd best ask the informant. I hear there's a monster that's taken up residence there, so it might not hurt to go in with a bit of precaution.
Let's take a moment to prepare.
9.5.
Thank you.
As for the remaining 2 towers, Mistari living outside the island might know something else about them. Don't remember seeing too many Mistari outside of the island. Considering how often Mistari who leave the island struggle, I often employ them as my eyes and ears when I need outside information. Things as they are in the world, I am sure they will be hard to find. Seek them out in the more populated towns. To be frank, I believe these trials will be dangerous ones. The books even say countless are those who have lost their lives. But I believe in anyone can overcome them. It's you. And that's why I wanted to inform you of the urgency. Heroes of our island, I pray for your good fortune in this battle. And I hope the legend turns out to be a mighty power that you can use for the good of this world. Neat. Thanks. You guys have... let me shop at you first. Seed? No.
Till next time.
Till next time. You, water person. Ingredient. And then those. Oh. Summoning experiments. Okay.
Oh, it's you.
Great. Any idea what you're looking at here? Weapons? Well, so you recognize my wares as weapons and armor. With the wisdom I've cultivated this far, able to earn the shopkeeper's trust. And let's do business. I rotate. Yep.
Can we talk?
Sure. Oh. How dare you. Okay. You, shop. No, you're more. Never mind. Not now.
Now, where was
I just said not now. So, what I may do...
Where to?
In regards to... Oh, wait. Tavern. Tavern's not that way, I think. No, it's not. What I may do in regards to... Where the fuck's the tavern?
Let's go.
I may actually do these optional dungeons outside of stream. Fire blind faith trial. As you've heard, not too many specific details. Ever come back? Fled to the tower and with dying breath. Scrawled these words. A beauty of the purple flames invites only death. Should you fall for their temptation, it's your life that will turn to ash. It doesn't read like a will, so we assume it's a warning. Hard to say what it means with any certainty. I'm also starting to cough more. The placement for my mute button is great for me. Anyway, but the man was clearly haunted, so something in the tower must be truly terrifying. Interpret it as a strong suggestion that you would need to protection from fire to go in. It certainly couldn't hurt. And that's all I know. I can't imagine anything called a trial would be easy, but I have faith in you. Thanks. You don't need this intel anymore. Okay. What about this one? You don't need this intel anymore. Okay. Fairly well.
Good option here. All right then. Let's go.
Gauntlet runner. I'm gonna do one more thing.
All right then.
Sorry, not gauntlet runner. Who can I talk to? Kind of you. Sure. I need more wisdom. I know. That's not where I was hoping you'd take me. Yep. Thanks. I should have just gone inside of the church. I feel like this would have been way faster.
Something up? Oh,
yeah, sure, let's take in the view. I wish I could go back in time and tell my younger self. Townspeople attitudes all have changed. First, they looked down on you for being an Elder, but when they found out that you were the prince, they practically hailed you as a hero. It was pretty satisfying. Now they're treating you like a monster again. But you've always just been yourself. It's weird. Everyone will understand eventually. You really know how to preserve. You clearly have what it takes to be king. I'm sure that before long, the people of the city will smile and cheer for their new monarch.
All right.
Okay. Max wisdom? Still no. What the that was 10. Who are you? Sure. Anuris. I don't imagine getting anything from Anuris at the moment. I'm gonna do this last one, then I'm gonna save and call it.
Hey, sorry about that.
Yep, you worried about this? Yep. Future is what you make it. Mostly saying that because I don't care about Juna. I just want to see what her powers are. It's so hard to get into people that are senior time. So many guests.
Incredible.
Yep, sure. I'll take care of it. It's so hard to get into caring about late game characters. I say it almost every time I play these types of games. I didn't see it either. Yep. But I know all about the Erica flowers, and I could tell their leaves from the others. I know where they bloom too.
Well then.
Come on. Oh look, Dancer just a 3. Thanks, kinda. I'm getting some popularity back.
Near, which shall see the crowning of a new king. 29 days remain.
29 days remain.
Hey.
I still haven't done the Colosseum, nor do I really care to.
We ought to proceed with caution.
Okay.